The low point of last season was a 7-0 defeat away at Bromley. And we play them away in today's episode. Can we get a little bit of revenge, or will our darkest day be repeated? Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 29 of my Maidstone United save, and 2 matches in the Vanarama National League. First up, we travel to Bromley, the team who beat us 7-0 last season and gave us what has been so far my darkest day in football management. And that is followed by a home game against Aldershot, who are predicted to finish above us. Before we get into today's episode, I'd just like to say thank you for watching. If you are watching this, please leave a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. I'm still trying to build, it's only episode 29 of my YouTube, or my time on YouTube, so still trying to build the channel, and every little comment and like and subscription and stuff really helps to try and build. The more likes, more comments, the more people that it'll reach, hopefully, and the more people will watch. I have a lot more planned for the channel. This is just my first series. I'm going to be continuing with more after this, and hopefully I'm going to start to stream on Twitch at some point soon as well. Since you were last with me after the first game of last season, things have been going okay. We went 3 games without a win after that first game of the season. Draws with Eastleigh and Gloucester were followed by a 2-1 defeat at home to Dagenham and Redbridge. We beat Harrogate and Dartford after that, and then travelled to Torquay. And I had to change system halfway through this game. We weren't doing anything, so I changed to a gegenpress, 2 up front, and we did put up a bit more of a fight. We lost 3-2, but we missed a penalty. We hit the crossbar in the dying seconds. Who was it? Morris, I think it was, had 2 golden opportunities late on and squandered both of them. So we should really have come away from there with at least a point, but we didn't. And then we played 3 teams that are in amongst the relegation battle. They're down below mid-table. Hemel Hempstead, Ebbsfleet and Chester. We won them all, as was expected. And now we face a trip to Bromley. As I said, last season was a 7-0 defeat there. That defeat came in the midst of a bad run. We'd only won 1 game in 7, I think it was. Lost 5 of those leading up to that game. And then after that, after we got absolutely annihilated 7-0, it seemed to give the players a kick up the arse, because we then went on a decent run. I think we only lost once or twice in about the next 14, 15 league games. So it did give us a little bit of a kick up the backside. We come into it different now. We come into it on a decent run of form. Bromley are currently 5 points behind us in the league, and their form isn't the best. They haven't won in their last 4 back-to-back draws. 3 draws on the spin against Fylde, Chesterfield and Yeovil, come after a 2-0 defeat against Grimsby. They are still floating about mid-table, 11th place, only 3 points out of the playoff places and only 5 points behind us at this early stage of the season. But hopefully we're not going to get a repeat of what happened last season. Transfer-wise, I know I said in the last episode that I was going to hope to try and bring in as many players as I possibly could. I've managed to bring in 1. Josh Dacres-Cogley from Rochdale. Paid £9,000 for him. He's a right back. Like I said, come from Rochdale in League 2. He had played at Shrewsbury in League 1. Played in the Championship for Birmingham. So he's been about at league level. Very good player. He's a right back who can play on the left. 28 years old, so he's got a bit of experience. But he played 1 game for us. suffered a bit of a knock, had to sit out, come back to training, and has suffered a hamstring strain. So he's out for up to about another 4 weeks or so. So that's not ideal, but we have had a decent replacement for him. Odell Afire has been playing there at right back. He's played at right back for most of the time. He's played in every game this season. He's got 7.5. He's scored a goal. He's got an assist. Player of the match twice, and he was runner-up for Young Player of the Season, National League Young Player of the Season, Young Player of the Month for August in the National League. And the reason he was runner-up is because we have unearthed a superstar, Benjamin Barlow, the now 19-year-old. He turned 19 since the last episode. He's already considered a star player at the age of 19. He's played 9 games. He had to miss one because he was away with the Wales under-21 squad. 7.58 his rating for us in the league this season. He's been absolutely brilliant. If we look at his form, he averaged under a 7 once, and that was in the Dagenham and Redbridge game. Since then and before then, he's averaged at least a 7 in every game he's played for us. Other new signings that came in before the first game of the season. Ethan Wassell didn't. So Callum Rowe. Callum Rowe is on a 7.1. Jack McCourt's on a 7.06. Finn Wright has been another one. We said he was going to be a star. 7.2. He's had a couple of dodgy performances. Missed a penalty in one game. But he scored 2 goals for us in 10 games, 7.2. Todd Miller is much better than his star rating suggests. He's considered a 2.5 star inverted winger. He does have 5-star potential, a 4-star with the white star at the end. 21 years old. But he's played 6 times for us. He's scored 3 goals at a 7.22 rating. He doesn't have an assist yet. So for a winger, he doesn't have an assist. But yeah, 2.5 star. But he's much better than that. Much better. We still need to improve the squad depth. We're still trying to get a goalkeeper. We're still trying to get a backup central defender. And we're still trying to get a striker because our top scorer is Todd Miller with 3 goals. I know it's only 10 games in, but our strikers so far, Campton Sturridge has scored twice in 6 starts, 1 assist. Ironside has scored once, 1 start, 2 sub appearances. And Danny Ward is struggling for fitness constantly. He's started 4 times, 2 sub appearances. He's missed 4 games because he's not been fit. He picked up a knock. And obviously he's 33 years old, but he's yet to score a goal for us or get an assist. So I do think that I need to bring in another striker. Maybe I should have hung on to Jack Barham for a little bit longer. But that is enough of talking about that, because we're now going to go and play Bromley away and hope to avoid a repeat of what happened last season. And the team to take on Bromley is House in goal, Afire, Barlow, Wassell, Rowe, McCourt, Booty, Wright, Newby, Miller and Ironside. Change him back to a support. Don't know why he's on attack as it is. I've brought Ironside in for Campton Sturridge for this game. Campton Sturridge started the last game. But I've still got the promise from last season that I'll give Ironside more games. So he's going to get the start in this one. And I'll bring Campton Sturridge on if needs be. But all I'm hoping for here is a better performance than what we did last season. Well, I'm hoping for at least a point. Hopefully a win, because we're above them in the league. We're tipped to finish above them. And that looked in to me. I thought we'd gone 1-0 down there, but we've got away with one there. That looked over the line. Come back out, and he should really have put it away with a second attempt. But there's Wright it's over the top. Wright's through, and he's hit the post. And the defence has cleared it away. We're gonna finish above Bromley hopefully in the table, so we should be beating them. But we are playing them away, so. An away game against a mid-table side who smashed us 7-0 last season. And they beat us 1-0 at home as well. Don't forget, we haven't actually scored a goal against Bromley yet in this series. In the 2 meet, and that is a brilliant strike from Billy G. And Bromley are 1-0 up. And I think we may have found our bogey team in this series, because we haven't scored a goal against them in 2 games prior to this. And we're already 1-0 down, despite having more possession, more shots, higher XG. There's Booty, and Wright has gone over the top. We just can't seem to score against them. I've had 9 shots, only 2 on target. I might change to 2 up top in a minute. But here's Booty with a corner in, and there is the goal. Jack McCourt. He scored his first ever goal for us. Came from a corner. The ball come from the corner. Was it Ironside that got his head on it? And then McCourt followed it up. And Jack McCourt scores our first goal against Bromley. And at least we're not going to get beat 7-0 now. Alright, let's go to the dressing room and shout at them a little bit. What's the assistant saying? Finish everyone a recent praise. No, I'm gonna say don't lose faith. We've created chances. Hopefully the scoreboard will eventually reflect that. Second half's underway. It looks like it's going to start with a Bromley attack. No, Newby has picked the ball up on the right. Fire, Barlow, Wassell. Playing around with it at the back. There's McCourt. Ball over the top. Ironside has got onto it. He hasn't got the pace to beat the defence, but there's Miller, and the ball has gone over the top. Now, unfortunately, Ironside hasn't got the pace. He's a big target man. Target forward now, isn't it? He hasn't got the pace to outrun the defenders with the ball over the top. But if he can find a decent pass there, he can't. Miller keeps it alive. Back in, Wright, and it's 2-1. Get in! Finn Wright with a finish. I thought that pass from Ironside had completely blown it, but Miller chased it, gets it back in. Yeah, that pass there, look, Ironside completely overshoots his mark. Miller picks it up. Brilliant ball back. Wright, first time, left foot, straight in the corner. Maybe their goalkeeper should have done better, but I don't care because we're 2-1 up away at Bromley. And hopefully exercising the demons from the 7-0 loss here last season. McCourt back to Wassell, to Wright. Wright into Booty. Booty to Newby. Newby, if he can get the ball across here, we could add a third. He does, but Miller again has to chase a loose one. There's Rowe back to Miller. Miller puts it in. Ironside, 3-1! Come on! Ironside adds the third, and we are a completely different team than what came here last season. As I said before, Miller, look, he basically just gifts it to Ironside on a plate. Their 2 defenders should have done better, but Miller is a 2.5 star rated player, or 2.5 star rated winger. And he's putting in man of the match performances constantly. And there were 2 balls as well that didn't really give Miller much to play with, but he chased them. He got the attack back alive and has set up 2 goals. And there's Wright who skims the crossbar. Might start thinking about making a couple of substitutions in a minute, but there's Bromley and a Bromley attack here at the minute. Billy G, who can shoot from there, and so can Calamarchi, but that is a brilliant save from House as he tips it over the bar. I don't think I'm going to bother with substitutions, to be fair. No one's really dying at the minute. I mean, McCourt and a Fire, they're quite low, but I think we can get away. We're not making any substitutions in this game, unless someone picks up a knock. Or if Bromley score again. If Bromley score again, then I might make a couple of changes just to try and hold on to this lead. And there is that goal. So I think I'm going to need to change things up a little bit. Tactics wise, I'm going to drop Booty back as well. Who have I got? Swiderski. So if I drop Right back there as well, Right can't really play there. So if I bring Swiderski on for Right, I know there's a big gap there where they can play with the ball, but if I actually, what I'm going to do is we'll keep Booty there. We'll play McCourt, Swiderski. Put a Fire in there. Why don't they not let me do that? Bring Harrison on there. This could go completely tits up. We're going to go cautious and put as many men behind the ball as we possibly can here. Because we've got 8 minutes to go. Part of me thinks I should have kept it as it was and try to go for that killer blow, the fourth goal. But as it stands, we've only got a 1 goal advantage, and I don't really want to throw away a 2 goal lead again. I've done it before. Ironside to Newbie. A lot of players forward can see I moved them all back. Now they need to get back. I set them as a system to defend. Put us on cautious. I don't know why there's so many players back, and they've equalised. I said it could all go wrong, didn't I? And they've equalised in the space of not very long. So now change back to the positive. Defensive, we're going to have to force them inside because I haven't got anyone as a fullback now. I don't know why there weren't players back though. Like, tried to set us up defensively to hold on to a lead, and it's gone completely the other way. There are some of the more popular YouTubers that have said never change to like a cautious. But there's Ironside, and there's the victory. That has got to be all she wrote now. Ironside over the top, ball over the top. Who was it from? Was it Newbie? We caught to Newbie. Yeah, Newbie, little ball over the top. And Ironside, I said he ain't got the pace to outrun him, but he didn't need to. He strikes it first time. And that's 4-3. And this, ladies and gentlemen, has been a roller coaster ride. It's Booty with a corner. Can we get another one? We conceded 7 here last season. Can we score 5? Bromley are going to hit us on the break. Ref, blow the whistle. But that's a offside, and that should be all over now. Miss Swiderski finds Newbie out wide, and as long as the ball's up this end, I'm as happy as Larry. Apparently Larry was very happy. And there's a 4-3 win in a game that we absolutely dominated, but needed a last gasp winner. This game is not good for the old ticker, is it? 27 shots, 7 on target, an XG of 3.12. They've got an XG of 0.91. But more possession. 3-1 up and absolutely cruising with 9 minutes left. And then within a couple of minutes, I thought we'd thrown it away. But we didn't throw it away, ladies and gentlemen. We have just picked up another win that puts us third in the table and just 2 points off the top. And Aldershot, our next opponents, are up to 6th after a 3-0 win at home to Chesterfield. So I'll be back in a jiffy with the second game of this episode. Right, now I've brought my heart rate back under control, it's time to take on Aldershot. Last season, both fixtures between us and Aldershot finished 2-0 to the home side. Aldershot won 2-0 when they were at home. We won 2-0 when we were at home. So a repeat of that today would be lovely. Thank you very much. It's the same team as what started the last game. We've had a week in between games, so I've seen no reason to change it. The only change is Danny Ward in for Campton Sturridge on the bench because Campton Sturridge has picked up an injury. Yeah, let's get on with it. Joe Ironside's had another moan about his playing time, so I've had to re-promise him again that he'll play more. I'm finding though with this, I did mention it last season, so if you saw that episode you'll know what I'm on about, but he isn't complaining when he's not playing. If I don't play him, he doesn't complain. As soon as I play him, or if I play him for a couple of games, he starts complaining that he hasn't played enough. I don't get it. I just don't get it. But he starts again today. He scored 2 goals last time. He was my match winner. So I can't really leave him out, can I? And if he's going to carry on playing like that and scoring the goals, then I don't mind picking him every week. There's a flick onto no one. And I'm not going to mess around with the... There's Wilson, good save from House. I'm not going to mess around with the system and the tactics if I take the lead this time. We'll just let it play out, and whatever's going to happen will happen. Phillips and House holds onto the ball. Although, if there's as many goals in this one as is in the last game, we might be looking at a very, very long episode here. There's Edsa, who's given Aldershot the lead from the free kick. And yeah, not much our goalkeeper can do about that. And it's not going to finish 2-0 to the home side like it did both times last season. They're completely outplaying us XG wise and possession. They are tipped to finish above us in the league this season. And now they're 2-0 up. And I'm going to have to change the tactics because we're losing rather than trying to defend the lead. This is just awful. Awful. Look, he's beating him at the near post. And House is one of only 2 players, I think, that have got an under a 7 rating for this season in the team, of the players that have been starting regularly. So maybe I do need to up the ante when looking for a new goalkeeper. We haven't had a corner yet. We've only had 1 shot on target. We've got an XG of 0.09 and we're at home. I'll have a bit of a rant, give them 5 minutes to see what they can do. We've got the players that are capable of doing anything. We've got players capable of beating anyone. We showed it last season that on our day we can beat anyone. There's Wright to Miller, and Miller, can he bring us back into this game? He does so. Todd Miller again. Todd Miller on the left. He's one of our best players this season. He's a 2.5-star rated player. There was Finn Wright. Brilliant ball, lovely timed run. Miller, their goalkeeper, didn't really know what to do. He didn't know whether to stay on his line, whether to come for it or not. But they've reacted to my team talk within a couple of minutes of the restart. And we're back in this. We're back in this, ladies and gents. Newbie looks like he needs to come off. So let's pause that for a minute. Newbie's in danger of being booked. He's frustrated. He's only stayed in because I brought him in when Alfie Lloyd was injured and he scored a couple of goals. And he was playing really well and I didn't want to upset the apple cart. So I kept him in. But now Alfie Lloyd's fully fit, I'll probably start with Alfie Lloyd for future matches. Jack McCall can come off as well. And Swiderski on for him. Over there, our fire is looking knackered, but again, I haven't really got anyone who can cover at right back. And I want to save my substitution because Joe Ironside's only on a 6.4 at the minute. And if it carries on like that, I might need to make an attacking change. Shout a bit of encouragement. See if that gives us a little boost. There's Swiderski through and oh! How has he missed that? And there's Wright to Miller and Miller's missed one as well. Come on, go on, Lloyd! Ah! And their keeper's tipped it onto the post. The highlight's still alive though. The highlight's still alive. We can still get something out of this. Booty to Lloyd. Fire, Lloyd. Cross it. He does. Come on. It's been headed away. Out for a throw. We've got 4 minutes of stoppage time. But is that going to be enough? Rowe to Swiderski. Swiderski right has given the ball away. And Aldershot are going to try and hit us on the break here. We need to regroup quickly and try and get the ball back. We do. Booty with a corner here. Right at the death. And their goalkeeper claims it. And I think that's probably it. With 45 seconds of the game left. So unless we can get the ball back right this second and attack with a lot of urgency, this is going to be a defeat. Here's Lloyd. Just go over the top. Every single Maidstone fan in the ground is shouting to pass it, and he does, but right as can't find the target. And again, the same as what happened at the Torquay game. We went behind. I think we were trailing by 2 goals. And had loads of chances at the end, but just couldn't find the equaliser. And it's happened again there. Too many shots off target for my liking. It says there's only 5 shots off target, like 3 on target, 5 off. But it's not good enough. I mean, we had a couple of really gilt-edged chances at the end there. Like, was it Swiderski had one, Miller had one, Lloyd had one that was tipped onto the post. We could have ended up winning that game, and we didn't. We've lost it. And I know the damage was done in the first half, but it doesn't excuse the fact that we deserve something from that game, really. And instead, we've lost it, and we're now 5 points off the top, 7th position, only 2 points clear of Torquay in 8th. And hopefully, that isn't going to kickstart a poor run of form that sees us free fall down the table. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed that episode, please leave a like, comment below, subscribe to the channel, tell all your friends about it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.